What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an awesome review for you, and that is the Super Compact Zinc. This thing is tiny, guys, and it packs a punch. Can't wait to show it to you. So the Zinc Super Compact is a blaster I picked up off of Moose Mod Shop, at least the hardware kit, and then I printed all the parts myself and put the blaster together. So I've built a few of these in the past. Well, not a Super Compact Zinc and not one from Moose Mod Shop, but originally it was 118 Design who originated the design of the Zinc, and I did a video on this a while back before I took my hiatus, and this was a pretty sweet pistol, but it wasn't perfect. And even though it was a really fun build and a really cool blaster, and I really liked the weight of it, it seemed to have some issues. I won't get into that too much because this is kind of obsolete now, and I did the review on that a while back, but this was a really good start. Then he came out with the 2.0, and this thing is much improved over that. I really like the fact that we have a cover on the plunger tube. Even though that look was cool, this is a lot easier to grip. That was very difficult to grip and prime. This does have a very beefy prime, all three of these blasters. Actually, I think this is the hardest prime of all of them, but we'll get into that in a second. But this is the 2.0, and then Moose Mod Shop has kind of taken over the Zinc design. He made the Zinc, and that basically was, from what I understand, a 2.0 just with a small B car on the front of it. He's changed some other things since then with the hardware and whatnot. Just kind of simplified it. But nevertheless, these things are really cool. He has quite a few different versions on his website, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But today we are talking about the Super Compact. And this thing is much smaller than the 2.0 is. So that's pretty sweet, but it really performs almost the same. We'll put both of these over the chronograph soon enough. But this is something that would be super easy to carry pretty much with any loadout. So yeah, I think this is a winner in terms of size. I don't really think I have a pistol smaller than this. This is even obviously going to be larger than my Pew Pew, but very different types of blasters for very different purposes. So I wouldn't really compare those too much, but in terms of size, this is pretty sweet. Now, this magazine ejects just like all the Zincs do, which are really cool. You just push the button here, if your finger's not in the way, and it comes right out. So you can go with a 7-round version, which is this, which has a little extension here, which makes the grip a little longer. You also could print a version of this with a longer grip if you wanted to, but I wanted to go with the smallest version possible. But I went ahead and printed out this mag just to show you guys. But if you want to go with the smallest, you can go with this one. So there you go. Basically, the ergonomics, everything functions the same as the 2.0. You pull back to prime. It is a beefy prime, and there is a lot less, obviously, room to prime, but it's still about the size of my hand, so should be enough. But it is a beefy prime. So if you haven't noticed, this blaster is a little different because we shoot from the bottom, and that does take a little getting used to. Same with the Zinc. They are all like that, but the plunger is on top, and then the airflow goes around a U, just like the Lynx and a lot of other blasters now, and fires out the bottom. So we'll go ahead and fire this off, and I'll show you how much of a punch it has. Oh yeah. So I think this is hitting over 150 FPS, and that's pretty incredible for such a small blaster with a barrel that's probably, I don't know, maybe 3 inches long. I'm not real sure. I didn't measure it before I put it in the blaster, but yeah, it was very small. So I did add a little grip tape here just for looks and just to give me a little bit more something to grab a hold on to, and I think I might add some more in these little sections here. it just makes it more black, and that's the only thing. But honestly, I don't think I'll probably use this a ton in a lot of places. It's still pretty realistic looking, even though I've printed it in some bright purple filament, which is my favorite. The same stuff I use for my Pew Pew. This is from Green Gate. It's a recycled PETG, which is pretty awesome. And then we also have, you know, your typical Prusament Galaxy Black PETG down there. And then this is a orange, it's a PLA Plus actually. So very solid blaster. They do recommend you print these in PETG because you have to bend some stuff and just allows it to flex, I guess, more. And it's just a little stronger usually. But, you know, I'm sure you could probably get away with printing this in PLA, especially if you use PLA Plus. I'm sure it'll be just fine. But yeah, I think this thing is pretty darn sweet, and I think it would be really easy to holster. I mean, if you need to conceal carry a Nerf blaster, I think this is the guy right here. Don't know why you would need to do that, but maybe to get the wife with, but she might not be too happy about that. Trust me, I've been there. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and put this thing over the chronograph because I want to show you what kind of pop it's got. All right, you guys. So I know this isn't the greatest setup, but it's what we're working with here today. The weather's just been nasty, so indoors it is. I'm hoping I can get decent readings with this chronograph. I have a lighting kit for this, so I'll throw that on if need be, but I'm hoping the light in here will be good enough to get good readings, and we'll see how we do here. 129. 128. 144, 145, 149, 153. Hey, we're improving. One more. Duplicate 153. So not sure why that got better as we went along, but 145 to 150 is about where this thing is usually, so that's pretty sweet. We'll try some bamboo darts now. Maybe they'll be more consistent with these. 147, 144, 140, 145, 142. Definitely more consistent with the bamboos. All right, we'll try the Zinc 2.0 just to see how it compares. $168, $168, $161, $159, $170, $177, and we're out. So obviously the Super Compact is less powerful than the Zinc 2.0, but really not that much. I mean, I was expecting to be shooting quite a bit softer, considering it only has maybe 3 inches of barrel, if at most, I would think. Has, I think, a little less plunger volume than the Zinc 2.0, and yet it's still shooting close to 150, if not over sometimes. So yeah, the Zinc 2.0 can get up there close, even over 177. That's about the best I've seen from it, but I would say it's usually between 160 and 170. So this is probably 10 FPS or a little bit more, less than that, but that's pretty impressive out of a little pistol like this. So let's go ahead and take this thing outside and put it on the range. All right, so not the greatest day, but at least it's warmer, not 10 degrees out or less with the wind chill of negative whatever, but yeah, kind of rainy lately. But we'll go ahead and take a few shots here with the Super Compact Zinc and just see what kind of ranges we get. Oh, scared the heron. He did not like that. For a pistol, that's pretty good. Accuracy at long range isn't really practical with this blaster. I mean, it's a very short barrel. It doesn't make sense really to put a bearing scar on it, I wouldn't think. Obviously, that would also make it longer. But this is to pack a punch, but still to shoot people at, you know, reasonable engagement, probably 50 feet or less, I would say. But we're probably getting 75 feet or so. It's definitely flying good. One more maybe. I might be shooting it a little low. The barrel is lower, so it's a little bit hard to get used to this. You kind of maybe want to aim a little higher than you normally do. Let's see if we have one more. Yep, we do. Here we go. And we're good. All right, back inside. So one cool feature about the Zinc is the fact that when you're out of darts, it doesn't allow you to prime. And so that's pretty darn cool, really helpful because you do not really want to dry fire this thing. And it is kind of hard to, you can't deprime it because this is where the catch is right there, that black thing. That's what pushes up on, well, that's what releases your catch. So the catch is right here, but it's kind of hard to, you can't deprime it, but it's kind of hard to plug this and to keep you from dry firing it because this wants to go backwards. It actually has some recoil, which is really cool about this pistol, but makes it a little bit hard to plug, and makes it really impossible to show you the kind of seal it has. But we'll give you an example here. So this one's not too bad. It actually is worse with my 2.0. They did change this one a little bit from that with the metal plunger tube. I think that's kind of what Moose has done with all of his Zincs. I'm not sure if that's just stronger. Maybe they had some problems with the plastic ones cracking. I don't know, but you know, it's pretty cool. It's a fun build. The hardware kit is a little expensive for a little pistol like this, but I think it's worth it if you like a Springer pistol that's mag and grip. I mean, this is a proprietary magazine that goes in here, but that's just what you have to deal with. I mean, that seems to be the case with a lot of pistols, but if you want something that's good fitting in the hand like this, something for a pistol, that's kind of what you have to go with. You get to print them out in the colors of your choice and coordinate those with the blaster, so I always think that's pretty sweet. Before we go, I want to give you a size comparison. So, Dart Zone Pro Mark II, way smaller. Way smaller. I mean, it's shorter a little bit, and then you don't have the back part you have. And then if you take the this magazine out, you can kind of see what it would be without that. So yeah, quite a bit smaller, and this holds in the small mag 6 and in the larger one 7. So actually has a little more capacity, or as much capacity as this guy. So, and it uses magazines instead of an internal one. Compact, solo. They're almost the same size. I mean, it's obviously bulkier, heavier. And this is a single shooter, guys. This is a Jolt. This is a Pro Jolt. And it's almost the same size. Now, I will say this is a little bit more compact because you can fold it up, put it in your pocket. It's lighter, so yeah. But, I mean, this thing is tiny. It packs a punch, and it is tiny. And it's just amazing that we're able to do this now with blasters. I think that's pretty sweet. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Zinc Super Compact. If you're interested in building one of these, I'll definitely leave the link to where you can pick up a hardware kit down in the description box. I don't think anyone is building this version yet that I know of. I may be wrong. I'm sure someone could build it for you if you need to have that done. Obviously, someone could print the parts for you if you can find somebody that has a 3D printer. The parts are free, or the files are free, so you just need to buy a hardware kit and have a little modding experience to assemble it yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications. And as always, guys, peace out.